All right, so we are recording. So, hi everyone, welcome to the Raven Wolf channel. This is Anna, and today I have a very special guest. So, welcome, Prashant. Am I saying it right?
Prashant, yes, Anna, it's fine. Yes.
Welcome to the Raven Wolf channel. Thank you so much for doing this honor to come to my channel and have a talk with me.
Yeah, and it's not a problem at all. It's always good to reach out to different people and like
Yeah,
more people. Yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely. Yes.
yeah,
So I first saw you on Heidi Vanderberg channel.
yes,
Yes, and then I saw you on the League project, and
yes,
I thought that, a lot of the things that you were saying was very interesting,
yes,
and I just knew I had to have you in my show.
yes. Okay, okay. Yes,
So,
yes,
well, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm really into Maya stuff, like
yeah,
the
yeah,
ancient culture.
yes,
I am Mexican,
yes,
so from a very young age, I felt very attracted to those cultures, the ancient
yes,
culture.
yes.
Was it something like that for you? For
Yes,
your
I mean the thing is like when you grow up in India, then the Vedic thing is there, which is the more ancient thing, which is different from the like religion thing, which is the Hinduism right now in India. So
right?
it is different. It's more ancient, the Vedic thing, and the more I went into it, then you find that all ancient things, whether it's Mayan, like Aztec, or the Norse, or anything from all around the world, like is very similar to Vedic. So the principles are the same, and principles are Vedic principles only. And there was a story of like a being called Mayasur
Mm,
in Vedic, which is supposed to make some had made gone to this part, which is what is the Mayan thing now. And
wow,
so the word Maya comes from that
right.
actually, which is Sanskrit term.
I heard that before, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So when you mentioned Mayan, then that's why I thought I should mention that for your viewers, like just like
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's great.
yeah,
And I actually been studying
yeah,
Mayan astrology for
yes,
not very long, for a little bit now.
yes,
And actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because a lot Mayan astrology, it's
yeah,
more like the Chinese astrology.
yeah, like yeah, Chinese, yes, it has the animals, yeah,
Yes,
those
yes.
for the year, like yeah,
Yes, and one thing that is interesting, I mean, talking about Venus retrograde and all of that,
yes,
the Maya saw Venus a little bit different as the Western sees it.
yeah,
They saw Venus as more like a Mars, like war kind of energy, and they
yes,
related that the Venus cycles to major political changes, to major uh,
yeah.
changes
I
like
mean,
that.
not like I would suggest that they saw Venus for everything, not just for the war thing or more in a Martian aspect. I would say in all aspects of human life, they gave prominence to Venus.
Yeah.
And the reason, again, if we go into the Vedic, I'll like to tell your viewers that is that the Venus is Shukra in Sanskrit, and it's the teacher of the demons. It's the Shukracharya. Okay,
Mm.
so Mayasur's guru will be Shukracharya. Okay, so Maya's guru, the teacher, would be Shukracharya. So
Wow.
Venus would be the teacher.
Yeah.
So when you will give obviously all of the prominence to your teacher, so that's why Venus is so much prominent in the
Yeah.
Mayan culture, not just for Martian things, for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I
And
think yeah,
another interesting thing is that the
yeah,
Venus has a nine month cycle, which is the gestation time of a baby in the
yes,
womb.
yes, yes, yes,
So and that's another thing that the Mayans were very into, like our body. The number 13 is very important to them. There's 13 major I forgot how to call them. Not arteries, but now I forgot the
it
word,
doesn't
but
matter. The 13 importance of number 13. Okay.
yes,
Now,
yes,
Anna, with the 13. Now, funny thing I'll like to point out here is that when you take Friday, which is Venus's day, is what? Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Friday is like Frida, Venus's day. Like,
Yes.
Thursday is
Yes.
Jupiter's, Saturday is Saturn's,
Yes.
Friday
Yeah.
is Venus's day. So when you mix 13 with Friday, then you get Friday the 13th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Now that is what people, a lot of fear has been created about Friday the 13th, right? Right.
Right.
So the number 13 has connection with Venus just there in that
Oh, wow.
Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So
That's very
that is
interesting.
the, yeah. So the whole Venusian thing with the number and that thing comes into play there. And 13 is number of death, like the tarot card, death card.
Yes.
Okay, the 13th tarot card is a death card, like,
Hmm.
so
Wow.
now Venus brought dead back to life. That was the power of Shukracharya, Sanjeevani Vidya, which
Well,
was
that's
like bringing the dead back to life. Okay,
wow.
so then like that thing takes more of a sense.
Yes,
Why
it really
it's going?
does.
Yes. So like why all that was happening and what was actually going on. So
Exactly.
it's obviously very Venus Shukracharya centric thing, so the
Yeah.
whole Maya sort of thing and the Mayan thing. And obviously, why that is, if you want to know why, then you have to go into the Vedic texts to know what the story behind before
Right.
is. The more ancient
The
story
behind, yes.
behind,
The
yeah, like
root, the
yeah,
roots.
the roots, yeah, like because what's happening before and who was Shukracharya, why,
Yes.
what fight did he have with Jupiter? Why was he having any kind of friction with Brihaspati, Jupiter? Like, so all of that, and yeah, so
And that's very interesting because
yeah,
it shows like the relation, like you were saying,
yes,
between, the Indian, the Vedas and the
yeah, yeah,
Mayans and,
yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes, yes, yes,
So let me ask you something. I've been studying a little bit of the law of time.
yes,
Um, and I don't know if you heard about it, but to me it's very, very interesting because that's when I started comprehending how really the universe works.
yes,
And I realized that God, universe, whatever you want to call it,
yes,
communicates with us with numbers.
yes, yes,
And I think
yes.
that's amazing.
The thing is time. If you say the word time, okay, the T is like a cross, okay, and I is I, okay, you like that thing, and M is matter, M,
Mm,
and E is energy.
right.
Okay, so you are on that cross of matter and energy
Oh,
transformation.
wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's what time is. So obviously, if that is a fractal sequence time, so that will have some laws and rules governing it, like any nature thing does. Like natural things have their laws
Right.
governing it. So there'll
Right.
be all laws of time. Okay,
Right.
and that's what Jyotish, the ancient science of Jyotish, was in the Vedic thing, was a
Mm,
science of time, a
wow.
knowledge of time. Okay,
Wow.
okay, and numbers, which is called Sankhya, numbers were part of that knowledge.
Right.
Okay, but so numbers cannot be separated from the grahas, which are like Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Moon. Like if Sun is the first day, Sunday 1, Monday
Right.
is 2, like Tuesday is 3,
3. Yeah.
yeah, Mercury day is 4, and like Jupiter day is 5, like that. Okay, so number sequence comes there as well, and the what graha sequence comes. Okay, so these things are inherent and connected to each other. Like right now, people have turned them into separate things, but
Right.
they were one unifying science before.
Yes.
Unified
Yes.
science. Okay, so
Yes. And the
yeah,
Maya believed that time
yeah,
was art because
yeah.
the measure of the time for them was how much you achieve in your lifetime. Like you are the art, you make art, you create art.
Obviously, because arc is like this. Okay, so if it's a revolving arc, it will either you'll go up or you'll go down.
Yeah.
In that time. So
Yeah.
so in it is just a thing which is for if you've not done anything, then there is nothing. Like there is no
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like
There's no art. Yes,
yeah, yeah,
that's true.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
So let me ask you this because by studying the Mayans, all of that, I realized that, I mean, people don't really question our calendar, the Gregorian calendar, the one that we live nowadays. And it's very artificial. It doesn't follow the natural cycles at all.
Yeah.
Therefore, it causes humans to be out of sync with nature.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's primarily a solar calendar. Okay. What it has come from, the Gregorian calendar comes from the solar calendar. Okay. Like sun going through 12 signs. Okay. And starting with the spring equinox, which is called 21st March. You know, where equinox happens, the day and night are of equal, that thing. From there, you take one month. Or the word month comes from moon, actually. Moon, th. Month, mon, mon is always moon. Okay. So month should have been decided by moon, lunar cycle, which is a 28-day cycle. But since it's a primarily solar calendar, it takes the 31 day, because that has to fit the 365 days of that thing. So it is a calendar based on solar only. Now we had lunar calendars, okay, in the Vedic. Okay, then we had Venus-based calendars, we have Jupiter-based calendars, we have Saturn-based calendar, we have Mercury-based. So you can have for each planet their own calendar, and then you merge them together. Those time cycles meet together. So that will be a holistic calendar. Now the Gregorian calendar is primarily solar, so that's why it is all one-sided. And so that's why they have created a heliocentric system in which sun is the center of the thing, but which is not the case. Like, which now, like, it's coming back to geocentric. Earth is the center of the system, not sun. Okay, so when it becomes to Earth centric, then you will have all the 7 grahas having their own cycles, and they'll all intermingle. So that'll be more better calendar. So it's called Panchang. In Vedic, it's called Panchang, and you can look into it. Panchang. So it is there, but.
Do you believe, because I guess you can call it in a certain kind of fake matrix with the, the calendar that we live, the Gregorian calendar. Do you believe that has impacted humanity in the sense that there's just so, consumed with work, consumed with, materialistic stuff, consumed, because that's how, because time is money, people say nowadays, time is money, time is money, time is money.
I mean, that they can say that, but they don't know what to do with money. Even if somebody gets money, okay, let's say we give you $1 million right now. Okay.
I'll take it.
And then the point is, what are you going to do then?
Right.
Okay, what are you going to eat? Is what you're going to eat change? Like, I mean, are you going to live any better?
Right.
Okay, or are you going to eat worse than now?
Yeah, and you're just gonna waste it all,
or you're gonna just booze it all up, or or whatever. Like, I mean, money does not give sense.
True.
Or that thing to live, how to live. Okay, finally you're a human being, you have a body, you have to learn how to live, right? First, okay, and how is that sense going to come from money? Like, how is that sense going to come from money? And obviously, like,
no, it's not.
And like, they are 1 of 7. I said, like, that calendar is like 1 of 7. So if you have 1 only and not the 7, then you are 1 of 7. So you already, like, not knowing much. Okay.
Yeah.
You are 1 out of 7. And obviously in this fake matrix, no one is taught how to actually live. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
How to take care of your body, what to eat, what to wear, how to speak, how to do anything. Nothing is taught at all. So then, I mean, people are then what is there? Like, there's just the rat race, and whatever the system says, okay, you'll get this and you'll get that. Okay. So people run after those things without even knowing why they want those things.
Yeah,
actually.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, because these things are not anything. People don't see, like, okay, if I get money, how will it help me? Even if you get money, you can get a disease tomorrow. Like, money can't take away the disease. You can go to the best hospitals and all this and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And love, I mean, money can buy you love, or, spirituality can't buy you any of those things.
Or even material things. It can't even buy you material happiness, like, in the sense, like, if you get a disease tomorrow, you will be in pain. Whether you're a billionaire or you're a millionaire or you don't have any money, the pain is same, pain
Yeah.
doesn't differentiate.
I do
Yeah, like,
I do believe that money, because we do live in this world, in the 3D world, where we have to pay bills and stuff. I do think that having money does facilitate
yeah, I mean, it facilitates
this
up
world.
to a certain point. Yeah, up to a certain point, and that too because the system is such that
Yes.
people have made it like that, that we have this fake paper money thing, and stuff like that, which is not based on anything. And a lot of
Exactly.
videos are
Like,
there online. People can research that. So it's not actually real money even. It's not
exactly.
gold or
It's not
silver.
gold. It's not, yes. It's not
It's
something
not.
that is value.
It's value, and which is limited. Gold and silver
Yeah.
are limited on the earth. It's not. You cannot just keep on printing as much as you want.
Yeah, that's true. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
true.
I mean,
That
I
is
mean,
true.
yeah, yeah. So it's a fake money system and all of that. So people are under pressure and stuff. Like, what I'm saying is that actually in real terms, like a person, for example, a villager in India, you know, who has better, fresher food and diet than a billionaire who lives in America. Okay, that I'm telling you very, very
Oh, yeah.
clearly. Yeah. So that way, like, money still does not have that much meaning when it comes to
Right.
actual living quality conditions and all of those things. Like
Yes.
those things are different things completely.
Yes.
So but obviously in the Western world, in America especially and stuff,
Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
thing. Like, yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
It actually breaks my heart seeing,
yeah,
there's people that live their entire lives working their ass off
yeah,
to, live some kind of money to their family. But I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of sad. To me,
Yes,
it's sad that, that's all it matters, money, money. And
yeah, because
unfortunately, I have a
yeah,
very close family member that is like that. It's all
yeah.
about money.
Yeah, because
And
evolution is not on the agenda. Because once evolution is on the agenda, making proper use of time, like as you said, making proper use of time is on the agenda, then obviously all of this will take us backstage. You won't care about that if you actually care about evolving and yourself even. And that's why I
exactly.
said people are not even materially, they are materially ignorant. People do not live a good material life
Yeah.
because material and spiritual are connected. Like if you have a material common sense as to how to live on a material way, then you're spiritual too. Okay, because the spiritual sense is not different from material sense actually.
Yes.
People have just created the schizophrenia between material and spiritual.
Mhm.
Material is different, spiritual is different. It's
Yeah.
not different. Okay,
Yeah.
it's the same thing
Yeah.
actually.
I
If you
see
get
that.
sense, out here in this world of how to live, then you will get a sense of the spiritual things too,
And
because
that's
the same order runs, natural order runs through.
exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, through
And
both. Yes, yeah,
and throughout,
yeah,
finding my spiritual journey, I was a preschool teacher for 9 years.
yes,
So I mean, I worked in that kind of system, so I know how it is. And
yeah,
being now in the spiritual path, it
yeah,
makes me think, how much easier it will be for us as adults, as growing humans, if
yes,
we will be taught how to cultivate our natural abilities, how to nurture all of that, how to, like you were saying, how to take care of our bodies with
yes,
high vibrational foods and all of
yeah,
that. Can
yeah,
you imagine
yeah.
how different the world would be?
Yeah, obviously it would be like if the body is the only tool we are born with, right? It's our only instrument. Okay, this is
Yes,
the
it's our
only thing we are
temple.
born with.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is the only instrument we are born with. So if you don't know how to use this, then you are
How
in
can you
trouble, right?
navigate?
Y-
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you don't know how to use this, then you are in trouble immediately. It's just a very simple thing, like so, and it does not come with a manual. So finally, we have to learn. We have to get to some source where we
Yeah.
actually learn how to deal with this body, and that is our number one priority as
And the
we are here.
ancients, the
Yeah,
ancients knew that. They had
yes,
that knowledge. So
yeah,
somewhere in between, we lost it, and it's sad. But
yeah,
I do
yeah,
believe, like people like you and other people around the world, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
slowly by slowly, we'll start make a change. And
yeah, yes, obviously, yeah, yeah, and that's what I call basics, and I'm always stressing the basics for people
yes, and
because
that's
that
so
is the main.
important.
Yeah, yeah, because people don't want primary. People want to jump to secondary and tertiary
They
knowledge,
want
which
to
is not
run
going to do.
before they can before they can
Yeah, you
crawl.
can walk. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
crawl. Yes, yes. Like you put it in the right way, but that's what the whole thing is. And like this whole body thing, and it's not like that's why all this stupid gym thing happened when people are actually hurting their bodies by doing exercises and by doing all this gym thing. And then yoga came, which was again people are putting their leg behind their neck and all of that. That is not required to actually make your body healthy
Right, right,
and keep
right.
fit. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, so the thing is that a lot of misinformation happened, and in the schools and stuff, you know that like there is nothing, there's no, it's just like
No.
class one, class two, straight away just start reading this nonsense, that nonsense.
And
Body is not.
half of the
Yeah,
stuff that, I mean, I can't speak
yeah,
for India or the UK, but for the US,
yeah,
half of the
yeah.
stuff that they teach in school is not right. It's like the history and all of that is just
That's
not.
obviously fake. Everything is fake. Obviously, that is fake.
Yes.
Everything, and that is
Yes.
fake all over the world. But it's fake in India, it's in fake in UK, it's fake everywhere. USA, everywhere. Okay, in US maybe they do even more programming, more like which will be the American history, the fraud American history of
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. So they, but the point is it's wrong everywhere, and there is no like stress on any actual basic body
Yeah.
posture, anything like that is just not there in any school on earth.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
like anything, you have to have a good foundation, a solid foundation,
yeah,
so you can start building. But if you don't have a solid foundation, if
yeah,
you build
yeah,
on it, it's gonna tear
yeah,
apart. It's not gonna sustain. So
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and that's what's happening, and that's what all the confusion is coming from. Is like even in the Mayan thing and that thing, those people knew how to take care of their body, or how to have a proper posture, how to behave in front of different kind of beings. All that was known to them. Okay, that comes in the Venusian realm. The Venus is what? Like Venus is actually like relating or dealing with other beings.
oh,
Okay, when you're alone, that is your one. Okay, but
right,
if someone comes in front of you, then you are in presence of another being. Now, how are you going to deal with that being? Okay, that's what the whole manners, behavior, everything that
yeah.
comes under Venus. Okay,
Oh wow, that's
that is
nice.
the whole point of that thing. So that particular education also has gone out
Yeah,
of the window completely. So like
yeah.
yeah,
And when I started, studying the Maya, I have to say I was
yeah,
extremely guided to follow, to not to follow, but start informating myself and learning myself about the Mayan stuff.
yes,
And to tell you the truth, I really feel like one of my missions here on this planet, it's to
yeah,
bring that knowledge, bring that
yeah,
knowledge out to people, so at least they can hear it and know that it's out there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and also in that also a lot of misinformation is
Yes.
there about it, because so many books were written on the Mayan thing, and then the 2012 thing, and when it did not happen, then people lost
Yeah.
faith and interest, because it
Yes.
was misinterpreted what a new time is. Like people thought the world is going to end in 2012, and a
Yeah,
lot
that
of people
was.
asked me before at that time, like, oh, is it going to end? Is it going to end? Like there were so many people asking me, and I was telling them, no, it's
I
nothing like that.
know.
Yeah,
it
yes,
was
yes,
it, it was
yeah,
it was like,
yeah,
I guess you can call fake news because
yeah,
it was just to cause fear on the people. But the Maya never
yeah,
said that the world was going to end in 2012. They just
yeah,
said
yeah,
that the end of a cycle, because as you know,
yeah,
everything is on cycles. And the
yeah,
Maya was the great bookkeepers of the different cycles, not only
yeah,
of the sun or the moon, but they had
yeah.
17 or 18 different calendars.
Yes, yes. I mean, you have to have, because there are different cycles running. I
Yes.
mean, even in a mobile, there's no one circuit. There are many circuits running. I mean,
Yes.
okay. I mean, everything works on many circuits. Even your laptop and mobile works on many circuits. Doesn't work on one circuit, does it? Like nothing works on a singular circuit like that. Like there are
Yeah,
different
yeah,
things
yeah.
making different things. Okay.
Yes.
Now the point is that obviously the cycle has ended and the new cycle has actually started, but people can't see it. Like that's why there's a like whole huge inflow of information in the last 6-7 years, and like a lot of paradigms are changing. Like people are coming to know NASA as a fake, people are coming to know Earth flat, a lot of things that people are coming to know. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is an end of a ignorant cycle where people were totally in the dark, and now people are coming to know the actual truths and realities. So in that way, change is happening. So it is the end of the world in a different way. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
personally believe that
yeah.
2012, that's when it started a shift of consciousness.
Yes, yes, yes,
And I
yes,
noticed that a lot of people started waking up right after that. I woke
yes,
up in 2013 to a
yes,
lot of things. So,
yes.
I mean, I
So,
know
so,
that
so it
that had
worked.
something to do with it.
Yes, it worked, but it worked on a level which people don't understand that. So there's a misinformation about the level on which something works. Okay, so the shift in consciousness is there, and it's there for all to see right now. Like even if you're talking to me right now, anything is happening right now, it's because of that shift only. I mean, otherwise, all that will not be possible. Okay, okay, so that is going on, like, and I mean, and it's happening very fast. It has happened in an unprecedented kind of speed, which has
Yeah.
never been seen
Yeah,
in a yeah.
that's true.
Like if you look at human history for the last 1500 to 2000 years, it will be like a sleepwalking, so, or
Yeah, that's
sleeping,
true.
compared to what has happened in the 5 6 years 7 years right now. You know, it's at that pace right now. So things are very quickened up and very fast, and it's
Yeah, it is.
happening. Yeah,
Quickening.
it's quickening. Yeah, it's a quickening, Anna. So
Yes.
so 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 that's what's going on. You know, like, and I mean, so the ancients everywhere were right. I mean, obviously, that they had like information about these things, which people are just at the surface and were getting to the surface, and then they didn't get into the deeper aspects of it.
Yes,
And
that's true.
that's where I think Vedic will help anyone who wants to go deeper into anything, because that's where the actual core root system is. It's like the Unix operating system of, like, you have Windows, you have Linux, you have different systems, but
Yes.
the base system is the Unix. Okay, that's where the Vedic thing is. So in that one can find the lot of answers
Mm.
to anything in this world of right now
Right.
or anything. But that people should, so but that is being kept hidden from people much more than the Mayan thing even. Mayan
Yes,
thing actually gets some sort of publicity at least, but the Vedic has no publicity whatsoever. Okay, like it's something which is totally out of the that thing, and so it's no one talks about it. No one has that thing. So and
yeah,
it's then it's divided into, like, some people are doing Vedic astrology, or some people are just doing Ayurveda, or some people are just doing yoga, or some
mm.
people are like, it's divided into these little parts, which by themselves don't
Pieces.
mean anything. Yeah, pieces. Yeah, and that too with misinformation in the pieces also. Like yoga, I said, there's misinformation there, and Vedic astrology has misinformation, and then so the actual Vedic thing never gets any look into, because people are just like getting these little tidbits in this kind of way. So actual serious kind of attention never goes there, like it goes into
Yeah,
Bible, or it goes into the like Torah, or it goes into the Quran, or like that. There's so many people studying these one text every day, like over and over and over, and like,
yes,
but in the Vedic text nobody is doing that to the Vedic text, like, and they are
that's true.
much more, yeah, much more bigger, longer, much more, have much more information, and like, it's, but still, like, nobody has put that much attention there. But obviously the Maya thing is connected to the Vedic thing very directly. So that is,
That's,
yeah, so the things are very similar, like,
yeah,
and you can you can find out like the parallels very easily. Like, there is, you don't have to
yes.
work hard at all to find
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
And I kind of like off
yeah,
subject, back to the
yeah,
Maya. I think I saw a video of yours where you were, was it Chichen Itza,
yes, yes, yes,
playing
yes,
an instrument?
yeah, guitar. It was a,
Do you want to
yeah,
tell me about that experience?
okay, my thing is this, like, my birthday is May 21st. Okay, okay. Now May 21 is the zenith point for the star, like when the sun meets the star Alcyone. Okay, so that pyramid was built actually to show that date, May 21. It was built to show the Alcyone, the star system Kritika, which is called Kritika, is the seven sisters.
Wow.
Okay, and it has one central star called Alcyone. So Sun is in direct conjunction with that day. Okay. So for me, it is a fun thing. And when I was born in midnight in India.
Hmm.
So it's like 20th midnight, okay, or which is 21st, okay, like 20th midnight. And
Yeah.
at the same time in South America, it will be midday.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. So midday, the sun will be at the zenith peak for that
Right.
star. So
Wow,
it
that's
was my
very
ode.
interesting.
So it was my ode to that. Okay, like so it was like it is a direct personal connection to me. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. So that's why. And I mean, when I had to play that kind of sounds from a guitar, I didn't have to like study it or that thing. I just played it and they came out mine kind of sounds for me, like on the guitar. If you hear that play at some points, what ancient minds, you can get that feel of how their uh, energy was like. Yeah. So then for me, it was very nice to connect to that particular
Yes.
aspect. Yeah, yeah. Of
I bet the energies were you were feeling them
yeah.
for sure.
Yes. So that's like for me, like I enjoyed that because it was a direct connection
It
to
has a
that.
special connection to you. Yeah.
Yeah. And that constellation, what that pyramid was actually built to celebrate,
Yeah.
was sun's conjunction with that particular star. So
Yeah.
and
Well,
it
that's. I'm glad you got a chance to go and experience and that connection. I
yeah
mean,
yeah
it's
yeah
that's very cool. Very cool.
yes
Um.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and
I
it's a
actually
miniature.
visited. I visited Chichen Itza when I was very young. I was maybe like 12 years old,
Yeah,
and even at that age, I mean, I was like in an awe, like just observing and taking in. It was just too much for me to absorb in a way that I was
yeah,
standing in a place where ancient people were and where all this knowledge, and I don't know, it was just like this overwhelming, in a
yeah,
good way,
yeah,
familiar kind of sense. I don't know. It was
yeah.
very.
And there's that pyramid has a serpent as well. That tail of the serpent, like that shadow which moves on the. Yeah.
Yes, the
So
serpent
that
that looks like a
yeah
serpent is going down. Yes.
yeah going like, and which is like Rahu Ketu. And my first
Yes.
book,
Yes.
Vedic astrology, was on Rahu and Ketu. My first book. So it had that aspect too. So it covered, and then the whole Mayan thing about Quetzalcoatl and the bird and the serpent story. There's a
Yes.
there's a bird and then there's a serpent in the bottom, like so that like motif in the Vedic is in the story of Garuda, which is on my website lotusocean.net.
Oh,
you know
okay.
yeah, so people can look into that, and then you can find out what it actually means, what the Quetzalcoatl and the serpent symbolism actually means, and
Wow.
all of that. Okay,
That's very interesting. Yeah, I have
so
to
that
get your
particular
website so I can
yeah
put it in the description box so people can see it. Can
yeah
go
it's
check it out.
lotusocean.net. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is that that kind of thing like had a lot of things related. The sun is there, Alcyone is there, then Rahu, Ketu, the nodes, the serpent planets, the serpent symbolism is there. So that had a lot of meanings for me in a different kind of.
Wow. That's
So
very neat.
it had to be. Yeah. Yeah.
That's very neat. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
One last thing before we close, I want to tell you that I actually have your book, the 27 Nakshatra book that you wrote.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have a I don't know if I'm gonna say it right. Magashira,
Mrikshira. Yeah.
Mixtura,
Yeah.
Nakshatra
Yeah.
in Gemini.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, it was just very interesting because you go very detailed, not only like you were saying, like the story, like the root of the, of the
Yeah.
Nakshatra.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, when I find out about Vedic astrology through Heidi, that's the first thing I
Yeah.
started studying. That's
Yes.
why I purchased
Yes.
your book.
Yeah. And Mrikshira obviously likes to wander and seek knowledge and look into things and all of that. So you would have found that nature in you, like how you like to do that, like
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah.
that's totally me.
Yeah.
That's totally me.
Yes.
Yes, it's kind of like obsessive sometimes. Like I have to
Yeah.
find
Yeah.
the next new thing, like the next information, and
Yeah. Yes. Only thing with that thing is you still have to collate it, and you have to actually make sense of it, and you have to actually turn it
Yes.
into something applicable for
Yes.
yourself. That
Yeah.
is the important bit after that, like, where
Yes.
it becomes something useful, for
Yes.
oneself. Like,
Yes. Just not have
yeah,
all these different knowledges, but not. But there's a saying
yeah.
in here in the U.S. They said, uh, ma- knowledgeable of many things, but master of none, or something like
No, no,
that.
jack of all trades and master of
Yes.
none.
Yeah. Well, you know it better than I do. Yes. Yes. So
Yeah,
yeah, no, I definitely can. Yes, it's finding that
yeah,
balance, right? Balance in
yeah.
everything. I'm finding myself that the
Yeah,
challenge
yeah, I
in
mean,
this world is to
yeah.
find balance.
Yes,
Really.
and in America, I think people need to turn to very basics and start from very basics, like because a lot of structure has been made in America on top of things, and that's why it's crumbling. And now people are panicking. Okay, now, so that's why it's very important to get realistic and get down to the basics in America. That is my message for American people. Very, very, it's a very urgent kind of thing for that,
Yeah.
because the structure which has been built out there has been not
Yeah.
built on proper foundations. So that obviously that cannot stand the test of time, like
Yeah.
it'll crumble,
Exactly.
it'll
Exactly.
crumble
It
back.
is. It is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. so
It
so people
is.
have to, so through that thing, ancient knowledge, people have to get to the basics. It's good to have interest in those things. It's good to understand what is true and what is fake and what is false and what is
Discernment,
real.
right?
Yeah, discernment, and find out all this, like that thing which is happening, and then get to the actual things for oneself,
Applying it.
applying it.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah. Well, like you guys will see that I'm not in my office, my regular office, because I got the time confused. So I'm actually working. I took a little bit of a break so I could talk to Prashant. But
yes,
I'm gonna have to end this meeting. But I want to tell you, thank you so much for giving me the honor to speak with you, to pick on your
yes,
brain, and just have very open-minded discussion about subjects that I know interests you, and I'm very passionate about the Maya. So
yeah,
it,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
very
yeah.
fun connecting the dots.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, we can do another session sometimes, and it was nice coming here and
Yes.
talking about the Mayan thing. So it's a fun opportunity for me to talk about that,
Yes,
because
yes, definitely.
because I don't talk about that in other talks. Like, so,
Yes.
yeah,
Well, I would
yeah,
love to have you back. So
yeah, 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 yeah.
thank
We
you.
can do that. Yeah, yeah,
Perfect. Thank you so much. And
yeah.
you guys, thank you for watching. And I'm gonna try to stop recording on my phone. I don't know how that works, but don't go anywhere. I'm just gonna try to stop recording. All right, you guys. Good night or good day. Bye. Do you want to stop recording?